why do young people find it difficult
Yeah.
to venture into politics,
Yeah.
especially in Africa?
Yeah.
But I believe that it's all over the world. It's not easy. First of all, politics is not easy.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
it is when you decide that you're going to embark on the path
Yeah.
of seeking to be involved in matters of representation, policy formulation, policy making, lawmaking,
Yeah.
and being at the forefront of representing the people on major and civic and sensitive matters.
Yeah.
Then you get to know that you are actually setting yourself
It's a big task.
Yeah. For a very, very, very difficult task. The other thing, of course, it has to do with resources. It is not easy to do politics.
Yeah.
Without money. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a few young people that have dared to come into the open and do something significant. There are people that have attempted to do politics and gotten elected even without a single coin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, on the larger picture, to do politics, you've got to have funds. Resources are critical.
Yeah.
For you to be able. The other thing is bureaucracy. We have these old dogs, man. I don't like
old dogs. Yeah.
Bourgeoisie.
The bourgeoisie. I like to call them old dogs, man. Old dogs, so you can't teach new tricks.
Yeah.
And these people have a way of doing things.
Yeah.
These people believe that they're entitled.
Domination.
Yeah, they're entitled.
Yeah.
So when you come in as a young person, the first question they ask you is, who are you?
Yeah.
Where have you been? Who's your
I
father?
need to change traditions.
Yes. Who's your father? Who do you who do you have that
Yeah.
is prominent and
Yeah.
that is it's one of those high places?
Yeah. What's your story? So
A number of factors
yeah.
that make it difficult for young people to venture into matters of politics.
Yeah. Hello everyone, how you doing? My name is Kenny Rich. Once again, we are here on the Miraculous. This is a place that will give you amazing stories that will transform your life. And today, we have a very special individual in the studio that will give you a specific story that we have been waiting for. His name is Maxwell, former immediate member of the National Assembly in the recent general election, Dominica Bombeki School of Public and International Affairs, and president of African Envoy Group. And today we will be unpacking a very specific topic. He has found his way in politics in Kenya, and a lot of things happen. This is a very young man, ambitious, and he has aspirations to change not just the country, Kenya, but the continent. And he could be the specific example that we could look at and say, yes, here's the man. But today I'm not alone in the studio. I have in the studio my very colleague, Pastor Ruth.
Hello, we're back again. My name is Ruth, Ruru, as known. I'm super excited. Welcome to Miraculous show where you hear real stories, true stories.
Oh yeah.
Super excited.
I love excitement. I love it.
Max, finally, you're here with
We
us.
got him in the studio, man. I'm going to call you Mr. President.
Finally, yeah.
Very predictive.
Man, I believe in you. I believe in you.
Thank you.
In South Africa,
Yeah.
managed to come and be with us in our podcast. I'm super excited. Tell us a story. Not just a story.
Yeah.
You have to listen to the story. Very, very important, miraculous story. So,
Yes.
welcome, sir.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Mr.
Thank
We're
you
super
for having
happy
me.
to have you,
Thank you
sir.
for having me.
President, quickly, for the past decade, there has been a question, and people have been asking why is it that young people find it so difficult to get into the presidential elections, go through it, and become president. And this question has not been answered because of things we do not know. But I think that today we will know it. You have walked through the way, and today we'll give you the stage to open up and unveil some secrets that we do not know.
Great. First of all, I'm happy to be here. Thank you for your invitation.
You're
welcome.
I cannot think of where I could be
Yeah.
other than here.
Yeah.
I I am not going to say. I think we should reframe the question
Yeah.
and ask why do young people find it difficult
Yeah.
to venture into politics,
Yeah.
especially in Africa.
Yeah.
But I believe that it's all over the world. It's not easy. First of all, politics is not easy.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
it is when you decide that you're going to embark on the path
Yeah.
of seeking to be involved in matters of representation, policy formulation, policy making, lawmaking, and being at the forefront of representing the people on major and civic and sensitive matters.
Yeah.
Then you get to know that you are actually setting yourself
It's a big task.
Yeah.
for a very, very, very difficult task. The other thing, of course, it has to do with resources. It is not easy to do politics
Yeah.
without money. And that's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a few young people that have dared to come into the open and do something significant. There are people that have attempted to do politics and gotten elected even without a single coin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, on the larger picture, to do politics, you've got to have funds. Resources are critical.
Yeah.
For you to be able. The other thing is bureaucracy. We have these old dogs, man. I don't like
Old dogs. Yeah.
Bourgeoisie.
Old dog in that
the
way.
bourgeoisie. Yeah, I like to call them old dogs, man. Old dogs, and you can't teach new tricks.
Yeah.
And these people have a way of doing things.
Yeah.
These people believe that they're entitled.
Domination.
Someone.
Yeah, they are entitled.
Yeah.
So when you come in as a young person, the first question they ask you is, who are you?
Yeah.
Where have you been?
What
Who's
you
your
have.
father?
I need to change traditions.
Yes. Who's your father?
Yeah.
Who do you, like, who do you have that
Yeah.
is prominent and
Yeah.
that is it's one of those high places?
Yeah. What's your story? So
A number of factors
yeah.
that make it difficult for young people to
Yeah.
venture into matters of politics.
What's your story is so similar to the former president of the United States of America, Barack Obama. He also started the way you started. He did a whole lot of community services, and people love him the same way people love you because of the things that you've done in respect of the absence of finances and funding and stuff like that. But you did an amazing thing. Can you please take us through the road? What's transpired?
For the longest of time,
Yeah.
I knew that I was called to do something.
Okay.
Wow.
I can't put a finger on it and say this is exactly the thing that I was doing.
Yeah.
Sorry, do I need to mark it?
No, you're perfect. Sir.
You sure? Okay. For the longest of time,
Yeah.
I knew that there was something significant in me, something exceptional.
Yeah.
And this something is something that has always been pointed out by different people in different places. I could go to Botswana right now,
Yeah.
and somebody comes out of nowhere and tells me something about that something.
Yeah.
I could be in Ethiopia today, and I'm doing my own thing, and somebody passes by and just tells me. I've always had a reminder of the higher calling.
Yeah.
And I knew that for the longest of time I was cut out to do something exceptional.
Yeah.
If I go to a church and stay in a church, the pastor reads that to mean, hey, dude, you're meant to be a pastor.
Yeah.
You're meant to be a preacher. You got a gift of preaching.
Yeah.
When I go to the university, the Thabo Mbeki School of Public, Thabo Mbeki says to me, you'll be a great leader.
Wow.
You'll be a great representative of the people in the National Assembly. That's how. So in 2020, okay, I was on a flight. 2020, I was on a flight back from Kenya. I had gone to spend some time with my daughter and to see my mother. And then I'm back in the country. Yeah. Everything is running smooth. I'm back to work. I meet with my colleagues. I was working for a multinational corporation at the time. Everything was looking fantastic. We are excited for the year end.
Yeah. And
we're looking forward for nothing short of a productive year. And then on the news, we're reading about the virus.
The pandemic.
Okay, virus. So, we're working, we're hearing about the virus, but we're not making much of the virus.
Yeah.
because
Nobody took it seriously.
because at the back of my mind, I'm like, well, it's the virus. How the virus?
Another flu.
Ebola,
Yeah, Ebola.
SARS
Heard it
virus,
before.
dog virus. You know what I'm saying?
Chicken virus.
Chicken virus, bat virus. You know, bat virus.
Yeah.
So again, but the news keeps on getting louder.
Yeah.
And louder. I'm like, okay, this sounds like this is getting serious. Then we're seeing what's going on in China. People are dying. And then we heard about what happened was in the process was that it wasn't breaking news. There was breaking news. So the news of the virus keeps getting louder.
Okay.
And then the chief executive of the company, the person that I was in charge of, keeps asking me, what do you think is going on?
Yeah.
With this virus? I see it. I'm like, okay, we monitor it.
Yeah.
We're watching the news.
Definitely.
And then breaking news. South Africa has recorded its first case of COVID-19. You know, some tourists came from Italy,
Yeah.
passed by here,
And bring it
virus is in the country.
and bringing it. But you know what?
Yeah.
Even at that stage, we really don't understand what was going on.
We still don't have an
understand it.
idea. So, you know, we're still watching the news. And we're watching the news, okay? And then we're beginning to hear the president announcing
Yeah.
the country is going into
Lockdown.
lockdown.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is that?
What is
What is
lockdown?
lockdown? So, you know, we
We're
were
not
even
familiar
we,
with that.
we were even making fun of it.
Yeah, like I took this serious. No one took this serious until you have to go out to the mall and see no one is there, no one in the road.
Yeah.
Ghost town.
Yeah. So what I did when they announced lockdown, I was like, "Oh man, Christmas comes early again this year," because we just came from Christmas and we're going into lockdown for 21 days. I'm like, wow, much needed leave.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was thinking in my mind, this is not possible. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
This is Africa.
You know, and then I'm hearing stories of, you know, please people buy food, stock up. I'm like, you know, what are we gonna stock up? We're still gonna go to the shops
21
and
days
eat.
only.
Only 21 days, and we'll be, you know.
Yeah.
And then lockdown is announced, and we stay at home.
Yeah.
1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. The day that we were expecting we will be released from prison,
Yeah.
the prison time was extended. Now we had known that lockdown is actually like prison.
Yeah. Definitely.
By now we had known that this thing is not interesting.
Yeah.
So I was getting depressed. I was taking interest because I'm not used to stay at home.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I was telling somebody that I got insomnia, so I couldn't sleep at night.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would stay awake the whole night.
Yeah.
Because I'm stressed, depressed.
Yeah.
And I would try to sleep during the day. So it was in that moment of stress, depression, feeling disoriented, and going through all those emotions.
Yeah.
Emotions of emotions. That I get a very strong voice in me, or rather witness that says to me, hey, remember that dream that you've always had
Yeah.
about running for parliament? Remember, I knew that I was going to do that, but that I didn't know how and when. The voice says to me, hey, elections are coming up in 2 years' time. You will run for election.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to run for elections? I'm like, yeah, you're going to be a candidate.
Do you think that was the right time for that voice to come?
I think it was the right time. You know, it was in the midst of adversity.
Yeah.
And as some people will tell us, you know, spiritually advanced people, it is in those moments of confusion, adversity,
Yeah.
and emotions of ignorance that great stuff birthed. You know, so this the vision to run for the parliament is birthed.
Yeah.
During COVID.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then 2021. You know, the push is stronger. It keeps pushing me on a daily basis.
Yeah.
2021, towards the end of November. Remember, we're still grappling with COVID and
Yes.
things. We're still wearing masks.
Yeah.
And I remember we're still wearing masks. We still have the partial lockdown, this lockdown.
Now we're getting used to it.
We're used to it. We're like, you know what? Well, I'm lockers down.
Yeah.
We don't care.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
End of 2021, I made a promo video, proper professional promo video, to announce my candidacy to the National Assembly. And then when I put it up on social media, another voice says to me, we're doing good. There's no turning back.
Wow.
You're in it. It's either you're in it
Uh-huh.
or you're playing games.
Absolutely.
And I don't like to, I don't
Yeah.
like to play games.
Yeah.
It's either I am in something or
No,
not.
Yeah.
So I made the promo video, and what is on the street?
Mm.
Maxx is running apartments.
Wow. Wow.
Maxx is contesting for National Assembly.
Wow.
And I'm excited. I'm like, you know what? This is it. I am in this. I'm not about to go back.
Yes.
And then what happens is that now, after making the promo video, the next question that comes into your mind is, how do I get the funds? How do I get the money?
Very, very important.
How do I get it? Where am I going to get the funds? I mean, I have no funds set aside to do this. And remember, I'm doing this in the midst of global economic hardships.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm doing this when people are having to hold on to their last dime.
Exactly.
And I'm here now asking the people, hey, folks, I'm running for National Assembly.
Nobody wanted to listen.
Please support me.
Nobody. No, at that time, nobody wanted to listen to something.
It was very difficult. And then I'm like, you know what? With or without money, I'm going to be in the race. With the little that I have,
That was faith.
I am not going to. I remember speaking to you early on, and you saying to me, the resources are in the move. And if you don't make the move, the resources don't come.
Yeah.
So I had a choice to either fold my hands back and say, you know what, the prevailing factors are, this is not the right time because I don't have the money. Remember, scripture says, he who observes the wind
Yeah.
cannot make no move.
Definitely.
So it's either I was going to keep on observing the wind,
Or you make it happen.
hold my hands and say, you know what, it's COVID, global economic hardships.
Yeah.
But you know what, I was not going to back down. Same year, I'm beginning to think, okay, well, I went and I met the owner of Push, South Africa. He's a friend of mine, and he's known me for a long time. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to go meet this guy, Toby Venter. And I said to him, Mr. Toby, I'm running for National Assembly. I would like to partner with you.
Yeah.
And I would love you to support my vision. So I meet Toby Venter, and he's glad to have me come over. He's got a cup of tea for me, ushers me into his boardroom, and he tells me, well, tell me what you're up to. Where have you been? We're catching up, and I'm doing this. And after explaining my vision to him from the beginning to the end, he says to me, I am sorry, I don't think there's anything we can do together at the moment. But I wish you all the best.
So here you are.
Serious.
This is the owner of Porsche. You show your character is
I'm like, you know,
and man is here in fact with my friend.
Yes.
So if I extend my vision, now we listen and finish. Boom.
It was one line response. I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do together at the moment. But I wish you were.
Wow.
And then he signs
Just
for
like
me.
that.
He signs me an autograph.
It was like a red card.
Yeah, he signs me an autograph. On my notebook, he says, give me a notebook, let me write something for you. This is dear Matthew. I wish you well.
Wow.
In your endeavors to change Kenya for the better.
For real?
Thank you. Yeah, he signs for me. I still got the note. And I'm like, well, even though, you know what, I was encouraged. I was like, you know what, you don't give up. You keep going. 2021, I decided that I was going to go back to Kenya, pack my bags.
Yeah.
Sold my car, sold my stuff, went back to Kenya. That's how consumed I was with the vision. So I'm on the ground in Kenya. And now people begin to see me around. They're like, oh, you know what, we wanted to know whether you are really serious about your announcement. Are you really going to do this? Are you really going to do this?
That's scary.
Yeah. I went to my mom. My mom had gotten word from people. Yeah, I didn't tell her. They said, oh, you know that your son is contesting for parliament?
Are you kidding me?
And then my mom says to me, oh, you know what, I heard from the people, and one of your aunts actually asked about it.
Yes.
You know, relatives in the
Yes.
And my mom says to me, there's one of your aunts that really wanted to know if you're doing this.
Yeah.
And when I told her that you're doing this, you know what your aunt said? You need deliverance.
Oh!
No way. It's interesting that most of the time, people that you're expecting a yes or positive to support you, to encourage you, actually the one that they take,
Without a doubt.
I don't say this happening.
I was so heartbroken, and I looked at my mom and I said, what did my aunt say those kind of words to me? Why did she say that? I said to my mom, am I not like her son? If I was her son biologically, is that what you would appreciate
Mm.
somebody else saying about me?
Mm.
I kept on and I said to my mom, you know what? I take note of those words,
Yeah.
but I'll still continue doing
Just
it.
like Joseph in the Bible, when he tell his stories, that greatness is here. His brothers say, man, we gotta kill it.
Yeah, this guy is crazy. This guy is crazy. Man, what does he think he is?
Exactly.
So listen, Kenny, now 2022 I'm on the ground
Okay.
and I'm mapping the ground.
Mm.
So I did something you call like, you go on a tour.
Yeah.
People don't know, I disguise myself
Okay.
and I'm walking through the markets, the back alleys, I'm going to the farmers.
Grassroots.
Okay, yeah, I'm like, I know where we are exactly. And then I decided on a day of meet the people.
Mm.
So this is a day now I come to the open
Mm.
and I show my face to the people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, it's me.
Mm.
I'm running for National Assembly.
Yes.
I want to be your member of parliament
Mm.
to represent you,
Yes.
to fight for your interests. So, boom! Remember that politics, you get a lot of experts on politics. They'll tell you, no, before you do politics, you need the committee of these, committee of finance, or you need these.
Yeah.
You know what? The greatest strategy of any venture that you want to do is making the first move.
Yes.
Beyond the move.
Yes. Beyond the move. Every other thing follows.
Yeah, I didn't have any of those committees of finance, committees of media, strategic person, liaison officer, bro. I only had me and the boldness. So I hit the streets. And I'm like, you know what? These are the people I want to represent. And I am going to meet them. So I went person to person.
Yeah.
Shop to shop.
Mm.
College to college. From the hospital to the back of the streets, to the vendors, to the market, to the women selling stuff. And I'm like, hey, it's me. And the purpose of that meet the people tour was to gauge the mood of the people and to see how the people receive it. And I received very good reception.
Wow.
I elicited curiosity and I saw that the young people were getting excited by a fresh face and a guy.
Young people are tired of this old people, the old system and everything. They need something fresh. And here comes somebody specific, special. And
So I was eliciting curiosity, I was exciting the young people, and things were going really fantastic.
wow.
And I remember meeting one of the women. She was in her shop and she says to me, hey, you know what, you're doing a good job. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not going to vote for you. I already have my own
That's
candidate.
the thing. That's why I'm listening to Kenny. I'm like,
You,
the thing is, we always have those people who say, I will stick to this people no matter what.
and you got to be ready. The moment you put yourself out into the public to do public engagement or to seek to be elected, it's elections. You got to be ready to hear a whole lot of nonsense.
Definitely.
And people will be saying it to your face.
Yeah.
I'm not going to vote for you. I got my own candidate. But she says to me, "Man, you're doing good. Okay, keep on, keep on." I'm like, thank you, Mom. I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate your honesty. So in the process of meet the people tour, a certain businessman back in South Africa saw the promo video. Somebody showed him the promo video that I did in Trenchtown. He says, "What is Max?" He said, "Please look for him. Ask him to come back and see me. Let's see how we can help him." So I fly back to South Africa and I meet the guy. We have a very good meeting. And he says to me, "You know what? You have very short time to the elections because the election is announced. But nevertheless, let's see what we can try to squeeze in with that short space of time." So we start doing things. He organized a TV interview for me.
Wow.
And then he started calling people, his business folks. Say, "I got these guys like my son. He's running for National Assembly. Please support him." He tried his best, but we didn't rake in much money or something. So when we saw the results, he says to me, "You know what? I will see what I can do for my son. I'm going to support you in the best way that I can." And he was gracious enough. He was able to support my campaign every end of the month with a little amount that I was using,
Which is
to go to the streets. And the other thing I have to say, I met a lot of top people. That promised me a lot of things. The president of the parliament. And he came to me, he said, "I've got you. Anything you need, I got you. I've set something aside for you, and I'll send it to you." never sent nothing.
Wow.
I had all this stuff, people saying, you know what?
This height.
Yes, I had one top guy, an advisor to the president. He says to me, you know what? I'm in the game. I am in, count on me. I'm sending my contribution. Well, you know what? Never did nothing.
I see you meeting with Tabombeki.
Actually, you're right. And then it happens that during that time, we have a virtual class because I was still a student at the Tabombeki School of Public and International Affairs. So we have a virtual class. And I'm like, you know what? I think I can join the class. So I joined the virtual class, and he's the president. Okay? Wow. And then I raised my hands because I want to talk to him on virtual. And then I'm given an opportunity to speak to the president. I said to Tabombeki, I'm running for parliament in this and this. And Tabombeki is a friend of Kenya. So whenever we have elections, he comes as an observer to observe elections. I said to him, I need your support. Would you come to observe elections this year? And if you do, should I ask you to come and observe elections where I am contesting? Because I wanted that weight. And if Tabombeki comes to town, I'll be bragging and telling the people, hey, my mentor is here. And then he says to me, I'm not sure, but I will let you know. And he says to me, if I do, I will definitely make a point to come to your home.
Wow.
Yeah, to check on you, to see your progress. I'm like, that'd be great, man. But he ended up not coming, I think, because of that commitments. And then in the process, I went to Botswana. When I came back, I went to Botswana to meet the former ambassador of Botswana. Kenny, great guy. The High Commissioner. And he was former ambassador. Then he went back and ran for National Assembly, became a member of Parliament. So High Commissioner is doing exactly what I need to. So I need to see him. So phone him. I said, High Commissioner, I'm in the elections, but I've taken a quick break. I'm back in South Africa. I want to come to Botswana and see you. Okay? He listens to so he said, please come over when you get here. Come see me. I get to Botswana and I say to him, I'm in town. And he says to me, don't worry, I'll let you know when you can see me. You know what? He ended up not granting me no appointment. He just off to town, doesn't give me an appointment. So I'm back here. So remember now, I'm getting ready to go back to resume my street campaign. I'm set, everything is set, I'm ready to board my flight. I know that in that week, somewhere in, I think it was in April, I will be departing. So I'm like, you know what, I know the deadline. In the elections, there's always a date that is set for aspirants, for candidates to submit their paperwork. With the Office of the Registrar of Political Parties and the Independent Commission. So I knew the dates at the back of my mind, so I'm like, I will make it before the day. So one particular evening, I'm sleeping on the couch, scrolling through social media, and then I see people talking about the chairman of the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission says, because we have got Easter coming up, there's a likelihood that the deadline for the aspirant that was supposed to be next week on Tuesday is going to be tomorrow.
Look at this. What is supposed to be in the following week?
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And I'm out of the country.
Was it on daily break?
I don't know. I mean, they kept on confusing us. And I'm out of the country, and I'm like, man, what am I going to do? What's going on? I jumped up, picked a suitcase.
You're in South Africa,
I'm in Johannesburg.
Wow.
I just came from Botswana. Threw in a few clothes, grabbed the suitcase in the morning, rushed to the airport without a flight. No flight ticket. I was like, I'd rather be at the airport and start looking for a flight. So I get to Ora Tambo and I'm going back and forth looking for a ticket. Tickets were very expensive. And then tickets were like, no, the flights were extremely expensive. And I'm like, the devil is here at the airport to make sure that I don't make it to Nairobi and to make sure that I get locked out of the race, the National Assembly. So then we went back and forth. So it's 7 a.m. in the morning. By 8 p.m., I hadn't secured a flight. And the deadline is tomorrow. And my goal was to depart at least Johannesburg at midnight and arrive in Nairobi at 6 in the morning or early in the morning, and then go straight to the office of the Registrar of Political Parties and submit my credentials. You know, so when it was apparent I was not going to make it, I telephoned a friend of mine, my chief of security, and I said to him, dude, try this one. Just go queue. And he was gracious enough, went and queued. I was traveling, I managed to secure a flight. And then I flew, not that night. I departed Johannesburg the next day at midday. There's no way I was going to make it. I was going to make it to Nairobi. Absolutely.
But is it allowed for anyone else to queue for you?
I made an inquiry. Yeah, well, I'm still busy with the flights. I'm writing to I had a contact at the office of the registrar of political parties.
Okay.
And I texted him. I said, I'm stuck in Johannesburg. I'm on my way. I don't think I'm going to make it. And I sent my assistant. And he said to me, fantastic. Send him with his documents. So I emailed the documents to my bodyguards, and he goes and queues for me. So I'm flying. I'm out of touch. I arrive in Nairobi the next day at 5 p.m. in the evening. And then on touching it down at the airport, I get a WhatsApp from my guy. He says, we're doing good. I've secured the certificate.
That was a relief.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? The devil is defeated. I mean, I had given up hope. While looking for the flight, it was apparent I was not going to make it. You know what I did? I gave up. I said, you know what, Lord? If I am going to get locked out of the race because I can't get a flight, then let it be. I'm just going to go back. But I will go back a very heartbroken. So I'm back in Nairobi, back in my hometown, and I'm back on the streets to campaign. Wow. Campaigning was exciting. People were excited. People didn't know me. You know, and I was going door to door all over the show.
Sorry to cut you.
Yeah, sure.
Now in Africa, things are quite different when it comes to go out there to street to campaign.
Right.
You don't campaign empty-handed.
Yeah.
Remember, you spoke about not having a budget
Right.
at first, and all of those people you
Were you
have.
receptive?
And that's the question I want to have. That what about people expecting t-shirt, food, there and there? Now this is Africa.
Yeah.
You know, people are used to bribe and get things. You know.
Handles.
Yeah. So in your case, with the financial issue,
Tightness that I had.
Yeah.
It's not unfortunate that it's the politicians that are programmed the people
Definitely.
okay.
that way.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
and when I grew up as a young boy,
That wasn't the case.
it was the case during election time. I mean, we grew up in days of one single party in the country.
Yeah.
And because those guys wanted to be voted, they would come to the village with milli.
Yeah.
2 kilograms of milli,
Rice.
1 kilogram of sugar, rice,
Yes.
a packet of milk.
Yes.
I mean, they'd be giving door to door. And it'll be
Yes.
like, you know, I'm giving you food, but vote for me.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So it's very difficult to erase that mentality. So, well, let me just say that I wanted to do things different.
Yeah.
But I could not run away from the fact that people expect little.
A little bit.
Definitely.
So yeah, well, with the little I had to give.
Yes.
I'm like, you know, I'll buy people lunch.
Yeah.
I find a group of folks seated, and I'll be like, you know what, lunch on me. When you do that, you're the boss, you're the king.
Yeah, definitely.
It's you they want. I find a group of folks sitting together in
Yeah.
the evening. I'm like, hey, all those beers on me.
And they think I don't remember.
Yeah. I go to the mothers in the street. I go to the mothers in the street. I mean, you got to play. You got to play along.
Yes, true.
You got to play along. Go to the mothers in the street selling the vegetables. I'm like, yeah, I need that bunch of 2 cabbage. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you had to play along. Yeah. And then remember, I was running as an independent candidate. Independent candidate. That means I was not affiliated to a political party.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, that's very difficult
Very-
because you're doing this on
very-
your own.
Very
On
difficult.
your own.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
People that run under political parties go at it smooth.
Yeah.
You know, it's a smooth ride. Because, you know, you get the nomination, the party's doing this for you, the
Yeah.
party's doing that for you. But for me, I did not want to be corrupted by political parties because every time we have elections in
Yeah.
Kenya, it is time for, remember that every time, so I'm in the country and a friend of mine wants to hook me up with one of big political parties. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I mean, because if I can get an endorsement from a political party, then this is easy peasy, I'll be leading, I'll be winning.
Yeah.
And then what happened is that when I was hooked up with the political party officials, they started asking for funds. They're asking money for it every day. Oh, please send money. Send money. Oh, we're waiting. And I'm like, okay, you're waiting for money? You guys sound to be hungry. You know what I'm saying? And that's always the trick. They want you to send money. And then on the day when you're expecting to be nominated, they drop you.
Yeah.
And they shortchange you. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, where we're going is the gist of the thing.
Yeah.
It's the thing where I was thrown out of the race, right? Okay, so now everything is going smooth, and then the independent electoral, after my clearance, the independent electoral commission is supposed to issue me with certain specific documents so that I can go back to the streets and collect an endorsement of 1,000 signatures from my constituencies.
Yes.
So these guys won't give us those papers, man. I kept on showing up at the office. And they will be like, no, the papers are not yet out from the headquarters. We're still waiting. Do you know when they gave us the papers? 2 weeks to the deadline of the nomination. So I'm like, okay, well, you know what? You know that I need to go to the street. I need to go person to person to collect 1,000 signatures. There's a form that people must sign for. Okay? And then when you sign for me, you give me a copy of your ID. So they want 1,000 signatures and 1,000 copies of ID.
Wow.
Together with those papers, they gave me an Excel sheet, digital form. So everything on the hard copy must go to the digital form. Okay? We tried to do all that. I mean, I had a group of young people working for me overnight, for days, trying to reconcile all those things and put them together. And then on the day of nomination, I showed up ready with my team to present my paperwork to the guys. And this is like the final clearance. If you don't get cleared on that night, you're over. You're not going forward. So I was like, I've done all I could, I've given this all my best, and let's see how it goes. So I sit in front of the regional chief of the electoral commission. I give my papers to the technical team, and they start checking my papers. And then they get to the ID copies. I had about 1,300 ID copies.
Wow, even more than
I had
that.
extra. I mean, just in case.
Expectation is 1,000 and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
Yeah,
1,000.
I get 300 extra, just in case.
Yes.
And then everything is good, and they say, you see these ID copies, you were supposed to arrange them according to the order, according to the order of the digital forms and the hard copies. I'm like, no, man. And you know what? One lady says to me, we are so tired. Who's going to do this job? That's what she says to me. And then the boss says to me, Max, we are exhausted. We can't be here all night. We've been here for the last 2 days. We don't sleep. We can't even eat.
This is their principle.
Remember, they are the ones demanding of me to bring this work, and they don't want to do the job.
Wow.
So they want it easy on them. They want it to be difficult on us.
So you think it was a setup?
You're right. It was something organized to reduce the candidates. You know what I'm saying? It was something arranged, something arranged to reduce the number of contestants. So it's like find anything you can find on Google.
Just anything.
Find something, anything you can find.
Discouraged. Because when you take a look at the cumbersomness of the whole
Yeah, right. Now let me tell you how it gets interesting. Now the chief is pacing up and down talking to his vice chief, and then I'm like, what's? Because I'm there and he can see that I'm into this thing.
Yeah.
Then in a short while he says to me, it's a big hall. Then I start to see policemen coming into the hall. Policemen with the guns and the buttons and the shield, riot police.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, what's that? Why are they coming in? Is there any problem? Okay, and they start taking strategic positions. And it was in that moment the boss announces to me, he says to me, Max, I know you give this your best, But you do know, this one is exact words, but you do know that your journey to the parliament ends here right now.
Just like that.
Okay.
Just like that. And you know, when he said those words, I entered into a trance. So I kind of lost touch on what was going on.
Yeah, because you confused police are here all over.
So I actually thought I was dreaming. I'm like, this is not real. I think I'm dreaming that this guy is trying to invalidate my candidacy. It's not true. I'm still in the race. But I'm like, this is real because these are my guys. You know what happens? So I stand up, but I'm standing up like I'm standing up in a dream. And he says, stand up, shake my hand, and turn around for the photos. Okay. So I stand up, shake the hand of the chief, and we turn around, pose for a picture. And he says to me, I wish you all the best in the future.
That's it.
Yeah. Now this is like, it's going to about 9 in the night. And I see the police getting ready because they thought I was going to fight back.
Yes.
And I was, man. If the cops were there, I was going to break the tables. I was going to flip their computers, man. I was going to go for the jugular of the guy. So and I was like, you want only it's all right. And then my guy said, me, don't worry, I'll go do it. My assistant. So we went out and had dinner, but it hasn't clicked into me that I'm still not in the race. I'm like, no, I'm still in the race, man. I'm coming back in the morning to bring my papers. My boys keep saying that to me. I'm in the race. So I went home late. I think I was getting home at about 2 in the morning. Try to sleep. And then I woke up in the morning, grabbed my phone. The first message I got was from my daughter. They had read this news.
Already?
It was on social media. It was all over. Maxx has been disqualified from the race. Maxx has been thrown out. Oh, he didn't have enough. There was all kind of stories. My daughter says to me, Dad, I'm so sorry about what happened. You're a great man. Think of how many gifts you have. My daughter says to me, you could come back to Kenya and be an actor. You could come back to Kenya and be a TV presenter. She says all those, and I'm like, what's this girl telling me? What happened? Because I'm still in the race. What happened? And then I said to her, baby, can we have lunch? She says, yeah. So I went over to where she lives and we went to the mall. We had good lunch. And then I took my daughter back home. When I dropped my daughter, that is when the reality hit me. That I'm actually thrown out of a race to the parliament and I've been disqualified. You know what happened? Depression hit me. I went back to the house, locked myself in the room. And I didn't come out for 2 weeks.
Kenya?
Yes, Kenya. I didn't come out for 2 and then I felt ill. I had this gastrointestinal hyperoscillatory attack that was so bad. I was like, you know what? I'm really feeling terrible. So that's how it happened. And then I had to try and recollect myself. After some time, I had to find my way back to South Africa. And then come to try and set life again. I'm glad I was able to rebuild. And focus more than ever before. And,
you think you're going to try it again?
Oh, yes, I will, man. There is no
Kenya. Yeah.
There is
Next one. Coming back.
You know, actually.
Now know the plan.
Actually, that's what I told my supporters. The night I was disqualified, I had a chance to speak. The next day, I had a chance to address my supporters on the streets.
Yes.
That's what I told them. I said, despite all these folks have done against me, I will be back. I'll be back.
But until we're in Africa,
I'll be back.
Politics in Africa is not an easy thing to do.
No.
You've heard the story yourself. And there are a lot of people, young people, aspire with great aspiration to go into politics. But what you hear right now shouldn't discourage you. But you should at least have a glance at things that is happening. Looking forward for a great African country where we have young people coming to the seats and bring changes. It's not over. I will be back.
I will be back.
I will be back. Maxx, it's
a
great pleasure being here.
You know what? I don't know what to do. Mariculous story that comes to you will be back.
I'll be back.
Kenya.
I'll be back.
Kenya.
I'll be back.
You know, and one thing nice now, you're going back with experience.
Oh, yeah, please.
Because now when they try to turn the tables, so you're wait there, guys. I know what you're doing.
Yes,
I've been there before.
Absolutely.
You know, we have to change our mindset as Africans.
Yes.
We have to
that's
change
right.
our
That's
mindset.
right.
Thank you so much for coming to
My
the
pleasure.
show. Thank
My
you for
pleasure.
sharing your story. It's not an easy thing,
Yeah.
especially with an Africans and
Yeah.
men to say, I was depressed.
Oh, yes. Sure.
We don't usually admit that.
Absolutely.
I think we had that topic not long ago about
Yeah.
depression.
Yeah.
Yes, we
It,
don't
it
really
hit
admit.
me. It hit me so bad.
Yeah.
It hit me so bad. It hit me so bad.
How did you come out of it?
I had to try and be positive. I had to remember that I had to come back and start life again from the scratch, building up, you know. But with a bit of, you take it one day at a time. One day at a time. Today you're feeling bad. Tomorrow you're feeling better. And you got to try and liven up. Yes, right. Cheer yourself up. Cheer yourself up.
Thank you so
It's a
much.
pleasure.
We appreciate you
Thank
for
you.
being
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you for
We
sharing
have come
your
to the
story.
end of this today's story, and this we believe that this story is going to hit the wall. It's going to hit the wall.
Yeah.
We're going to leave you with this word: don't give up with your dreams and aspirations, no matter what goes on. I will be back.
I'll be back.
Miraculous.
Thika Town.
Yeah,
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Thank you for joining us.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kenny.
Yeah.